Yo, 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 what is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another episode of Winject Radio, presented by Winject Studios. I am your host for today, Chris Ross. I'm here to give a weekly update and also a couple different changes when it comes to our framework of our lives, what we're doing here with Winject Studios, the back office, affiliate links. I mean, there's so much down this one list. You keep seeing me look down. I'm looking down for a reason. But happy Monday to everybody. Really excited to give these updates. Last week I had some things that I needed to take care of, in which obviously Haney from Repurpose IO came on and dropped some fire. What? Who liked that? Goodness gracious, a lot of information. But first and foremost, let's go into the back office, quick little updates. I'm going to go right in. No immunity, right into the jugular, okay? Back office this week. Affiliate links this week. Exciting news. It looks freaking dope. I was going to say a bad word, but I can't. I don't want to get banned off these little sites, but yes, it is dope AF. Goodness gracious. Cannot wait for everyone to see what we've been working extremely hard on, especially with the pod launches, the Jess Lee Roadshow, my show. We went on a couple of different updates with these. For the last probably, I'll say about 4 months, even for season 5 of the Win-Win Effect, my show, which another episode just dropped today with Mark. Episode, I think it's 112, I believe. If it's not, then Carolyn, you can let me know. I can't remember when they are coming out. But the ones that we have coming out, we haven't been showing the video content. The purpose of us not showing the video content is so I'm able to record a bunch of episodes in advance and showing you guys and leading by example on what we're going to be doing moving forward. Some clips that we'll be utilizing on our YouTube channel, which you noticed, if you haven't noticed, it has changed to Winject TV. You all know that I've been working on all the components with Winject Music, Winject Radio, Winject TV, and then making sure all the moving parts were there right in front of you, so it makes it a little bit more easier when we're looking to seeing how we can make an impact, the short term and then also long term. The clips that we'll be showing will be preview clips on what's coming out. The reason why I haven't shown the episodes of the video content is because we're going to teach you how to leverage this content to get the most out of your streams and in downloads and increasing your listenership to reach your listeners in a totally different type of way. As you know, with podcasting, it's a new hit thing. It's the Wild West of media. That's what a good friend of mine, Steve Virginia, the manager of Winject Studios and also with Jess Lee Roadshow, talked about it was the Wild West of media nowadays. I thought that was a pretty good little statement, so I just figured I would drop it somewhere. Podcasting can be a very, I guess, impactful way of reaching your listeners. And especially maybe you want to gain more clients. It doesn't matter how your show is set up with different segments. If you're doing what everyone else is doing, then you can easily get in a situation where your show gets stagnant results. And stagnant results in hitting a certain number and then not exceeding past that, it comes a little difficult. What can you do? You can look at ways around it, maybe bringing something different into the marketplace when it comes to social media clips. But how creative can you be with your social media clips? One thing that we're going to be doing with Winject TV is we're going to teach you within the community. You'll see it when the back office. And it's a way for Facebook and Discord meet each other for you to communicate as one. So it's all in one. Yes, all in one educational hub, one heartbeat, one mission, one outcome. That's how we're going to reach the amazing results that the Jess Lee Roadshow, I have to special announcement, the Jess Lee Roadshow, 11 episodes in, is already in the top 50. And I checked today, they peaked at 69 yesterday, already in the top 50 in the world when it comes to after shows. What? That's real life. And some of the things that we've been utilizing and leveraging with that show, we are going to be leveraging and teaching you how it's done on increasing your listenership, and then also not just in your downloads, but the rates, reviews, and different types of engagement groups. One thing that you're going to quickly identify in the back office, there are engagement groups. So when your show comes out, you'll have your schedule. It is going to the engagement group is going to spend a little bit more time on actually truly engaging with your show. Not that bullshit, and I know I just said a bad word, but not that bullshit that you normally see in engagement groups that is like and then basic comment your stuff. No, these guys are going to listen, rate, review your show, and then submit feedback to you within our community. Not outside the community. That's what lives are for. We can promote and do different things. But inside the community, it's an all-in-one educational hub for you to get real live access to myself and everyone within our community in different tiers. And the tiers doesn't matter about the cost. The cost is all the same. We're not doing anything special with this, okay? So you'll never enroll or never pay for something within our community that has not obviously been approved by our educational board and compliance to ensure that you are, well, the person that enrolls into it is going to see the end result they're searching for. Yes, we might have some strategic partners within 𝑊NJEK Studios. I think there's 14 strategic partners of 𝑊NJEK Studios that have different services that even if you went on their website, you wouldn't be able to get it and at that cost and also within the community. So just want to make sure that everyone understands. But the Jess Lee Roadshow, little shout out, congratulations to the beautiful Jess Lee, and the same type of way of understanding when it comes to music and the managing type and the management group with Steve Virginia. Steve, love you, bro. You're absolutely murdering. And he comes up with the craziest ideas when he's so creative when it comes to sponsorships, and that's the next thing I want to lean into. Sponsorships, I want everyone to go to winjet.com today, go to archive. When you go to archive, you'll be able to find the individual pages of myself and also the Jess Lee Roadshow. I think it's winjet.com/archive/JL. If Carolyn, you can put that there somewhere. I think just confirm that that's what it is. And then also for the win-win effect, it's the same, winjet.com/archive/WW. So that way you can see our individual pages. On those pages, you are going to see the video content. On Vimeo, it has a little embedded on the forums, and also on the bottom of it, you'll see the Roku, and I think it's Roku or Roku. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't have it. So Roku or Roku, whatever. That's kind of funny. It's like that should be a clip somewhere. Roku or Roku. No offense to these guys, but appreciate the links and I appreciate the approval of getting the, obviously, Jess Lee Roadshow and the win-win effect on those platforms. Same thing with the Fire Stick on Amazon. I think it's Amazon Fire Stick. I probably should have wrote this down on a paper, but I didn't. Amazon Fire Stick, both shows are on that, so that way you do have the clips coming out on 𝑊NJEK TV, which is going to be dope as, you know what. Cannot wait for that to show that up within the community. Special announcement. I did see Oris. What's up, my man? Good morning. I got some good news for you, bro. The top two people, drum roll, the top two podcasters within the community of 𝑊NJEK Studios I have selected with the strategic partners. And today, and right when the back office opens up, you are going to get lifetime comped community membership forever. So for these two members, Nina Perez, congratulations, has a phenomenal show called Straight Talk, No Sugar Added. What she dropped a live the other day actually brought me to tears. No joke. Talked about, I think she was speaking at, I think it was on Clubhouse or some event she was doing, virtual event. I think it's called Waving a Banner, on creating your own banner. I thought it was great. Man, it was such a phenomenal thing. So Nina Perez, congratulations. You have a lifetime comped subscription to our membership as long as you want to be with part of the community, and that includes everything inside of the community. So Nina Perez, congratulations. And the next one, last but not least, Mr. Orist. What? Orist, congratulations. I saw his name pop up. Orist has his show, and I'm going to also extend the invite for these two beautiful people to have their own live slot once a week, bi-weekly, once a month, whatever they decide to use. And they can utilize our platforms to be able to do show edits or whatever they need to as in promotions. But those two shows and those two podcasters within the community, I have selected with the strategic partners as the top two shows that have had the most engagement. And let me kind of talk you. Congratulations, my man. But yes, engagement is important. And what do I mean by engagement? Yes, we have other members in the community. You hear a couple of people obviously within the community, even the voice of 𝑊NJEK. You'll see the engagement with like resharing our lives. It could be communicating within Slack or inside, or maybe the texting community. A little shout out to Community App. We're doing some amazing things with them on the other side of it, some promotions coming out. Everything is about to go boom on the press releases, okay? So, but those two shows and those two individuals we selected on purpose because they have the most engagements and resharing stuff. And yes, there will be other members that we will be pulling to the side. Maybe I haven't ran it past all the partners yet, but about once a month we'll probably select the top one and give them lifetime membership subscriptions to Winject Studios within our community. Just our way of showing our appreciation on you guys staying patient with some of the back office things and making sure we have all the moving parts there when it comes to licensing and the stuff that we have out here. Obviously, I'm in the UK, but here in Germany and whatnot, iHeartRadio is not in the UK. That's one of the major reasons. We want to make sure when you're building a major corporation, it's one thing I have learned. Everything seems to move really slow. However, I'm moving it's kind of like a duck in the water. My feet are just going nuts. And then I'm moving at a very fast pace, but it feels like I'm waiting on paperwork and waiting on paperwork and waiting on paperwork. It's just been absolutely insane. But all the hard work is paying off because everything is mapped out, even the merchandise site. When I need to have a conversation with Jason and Zach from Market House. A little shout out to those guys. They are just absolutely murdering the game when it comes to the lives. A little shout out to Angelo Cisco. What? Alpha Hippie. I am Alpha Hippie. I had a wonderful opportunity to be able to speak to his alumni of his crew and what they do for a living. If you haven't been watching the lives, they teach and they help men turn pro. Turning pro as a man is something difficult, especially with this society and what has been going on with some weak-minded individuals, but we're not going to get all the way into that. And then last but not least, I wanted to wait to say this to my man, Mr. Russ Johns. This guy has forgotten more than I know when it comes to communities, more than I know when it comes to live streams, producing, and he is showing it with the information that he is dropping on each and every Tuesday. What we've been doing up until the point that we're about to say go with Winject Studios, we've been covering topics. I've been doing weekly updates because that's just something that I need to do as a CEO. My role is to put people in a position to win every single day, not just on today, every day. I got to put you in a position to win, and that comes from me always doing outsourcing and setting up strategic partners, different types of deals. There will be some changes when it comes to the live streams. Live streams starting next Monday. What? Cannot wait for this. We're going to cover one topic, and one topic from each strategic partner all week. I think we selected one. Was it one, Carolyn, we selected for next week? Yes, I think it was. I can't remember what top of my head. Yes, it was. What is that one topic we're talking about? She'll come back to me in a second. I'm looking at if you see my eyeballs over there looking, I'm looking. I'm not cross-eyed, I promise. Oh, man. Yeah, we're going to pick out one topic a week. And the reason we're going to pick out one topic a week and we're covering it in every strategic partner because everyone has their own input, opinions, beliefs, convictions. And our role is to be able to sprinkle some of our knowledge on what we do to be able to overcome or implement some of the tips that we're going to be dropping throughout the week. Because we don't want to get into a situation where we get so much in a routine where everyone knows what's coming. And I want to obviously open up a little bit more of communication with you guys. So inside the text community 843-396-2104. If you're not in the U.S. or Canada, make sure you're sending messages or emails to admin@winject.com or the same number, 843-396-2104 at winject.com. Submitting your questions. We don't have a topic yet. Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, Carolyn. I think it's imposter syndrome. Yeah, imposter syndrome. So if we're not talking about imposter syndrome next week, we're going now. So we're starting off with the imposter syndrome. And what is imposter syndrome? Something that typically happens to those who are actually outstretching their own expectations, getting in their own head, key word there, getting in your own head, and just preventing you from getting to the next level because you're starting to doubt yourself. Self-doubt, guilt, fear, shame, whatever, going into the scarcity type of mindset, right? So we don't get into a lack of abundance. It's all about making sure that you're going to elevate others to elevate yourself. But a little going back into the Alpha Hippie, they talk a lot about this with Alpha Hippie, and that's something that I did speak about on Friday. That was inside their own community, but you're going to be seeing a lot of different types of changes, even some more community members coming on board and doing some live streams, giving a different topic. There's so much we have in the pipeline. It is ridiculous. I have not stopped recording some content, even when it comes to the art of podcasting, framework of questioning. Most of you know my story. That's what I do for a living, is aligning my processes within companies, corporations, to be able to have rapid growth and to be able to sustain those type of peak performance to a very high level. But it also comes back with getting into alignment on who you are and who you're not, right? So that's going to tie right back into the imposter syndrome. So make sure you check that out. Pod Launch, okay? Pod Launch. If you go to our website, you'll see where we are going to start launching shows. And our good friend, Mr. Carl, he's got his show. It's called The Black CEO. It's freaking phenomenal. I love his show. He's got so many great things. He's a co-founder of Podbox and Streamline Podcast, which is streamline different types of things within the community. But we do have our own hosting. And hosting is one of the biggest things when you have an influencer of Jessie Lee's stature, right? You have people there on our team to where she's not used to podcasting, so she doesn't want to outsource so many things. So we are going to be running an exclusive offer for those who are content creators, influencers, and they would like to get their show out there without doing what everyone else has to do right from the beginning. And that's where Winject came from, to be honest with you. When I brokered that deal with the Win-Win Effect, and I was my way of training 13,000, 15,000 reps. Well, when that deal went through, I think it was back in June last year, June, July, I had to change, right? Went off one domain, went to another one, and Winject was born. Well, Winject started off, Winject Inc. is just me doing my same thing in different industries when it pertains to aligning processes within course creation and sales. I wouldn't really like the word sales because the educational approach is more missions. So that's where it started, and then I was left with a really kick-ass show and over 2 million downloads. I was like, well, I don't want to do show edits. I don't want to do show notes. I don't want to do all the different video streams and social media clips. Where I was left with a situation where I had no choice. I had my internal staff having to work on it. So then I was like, well, what if I created an all-in-one educational hub and applying the educational approach when it pertains to media, started off, then podcasting, the Wild West of media, then going into music and then TV. I said, what if I put them all together and all in one? And here we are. So a lot of time, effort, strategic, critical thinking, but most of you know I'm an uncommon thinker and I have uncommon results typically, sometimes good, sometimes bad. I'd be like, yep, that didn't work. We're not doing that again today. So it's all about just outstretching your own self and untapped potential and tapping into that potential each and every day and really leaning and embracing change. That was something that I struggled with ever since as a kid. If there was a lot of change, I started freaking out a little bit. Well, it's one thing that you'll learn in entrepreneurship. Change is where it's at. You need to keep adapting to the marketplace to keep getting to different results and obviously changing lives. When people ask me what do I do for a living, I change lives. Next question. How is different for every company, corporation, influencer, content creator, content consumer. Doesn't matter. It's all about figuring out who you are and what you're trying to accomplish. So I'm going to challenge everyone this week. Send questions pertaining to imposter syndrome that you would like for me to answer on Monday, Russ to answer on Tuesday, Wednesday, Angelo Cisco, and then also to clean up Market House, Jason, and our great friend Zach, for him to answer the questions when it pertains to their industry and their niche. I think it's important because it's not a one-size-fit-all solution, especially when you're asking me to start the week off talking about imposter syndrome. I might just come in and start talking a lot of crap. I'm like, I don't deal with it. Anyways, but no. So make sure you're submitting your questions in for us to answer live. We want to open up these lives to be a little bit more interactive. And the only way to do that, I'm going to count on Nina, Orest, and our members of our community. Can I count on you guys, please, to reshare and then start asking questions and start dropping things. The next thing I want to bring up is the audios and the promos and all this stuff. That's where everything, you're literally going to be logging into winject.com inside the app, and the app is coming out a little later after we get everything up with the back office with the affiliate links, and it's just going to be amazing. You'll be able to see everything there. You can ask real live questions, interact. For if you're a content listener of a show out there and you would like to be a part of the community, you're going to have access. You're going to have access to everything I have access to. Everything. There's no like tiers, tier 1, 2, 3. Yeah, there might be a different type of way of you inviting myself on a show, or a Russ Johns, Angelo, Ryan from Alpha Hippie, like all different types of things that you want to bring on guests. There might be a way for you to have to work yourself up through points. And we did gamify, and Jason and Zach have done an amazing job of making it look like someone wants to come in and interact and spend those hours online, like communicating back and forth with each other. And that's where it's all at. We will be doing a lot of lives in behind that firewall and inside the community for the community only. This is why we're only going to cover one topic a week and from different minds, and driving more activity. And even if so, say for instance, you're just a listener of a show and you would like to be a part of the community to interact with guests and hosts, and maybe potentially learn and develop a little bit more courage to start your own show. Well, we do have that in the community as well. And you can also set up the referral program on yourself and invite more people to the party. We're just going to invite everybody to the same party and have a good time. The themes, got that Podbox. Yeah, Podbox, the hosting I did mention with Carl. We're good to go with that. But other than that, guys, that's it. That's a wrap. Let's cut the music and let's have some fun. But have a good week, ladies and gentlemen. Make sure you're there live for tomorrow at 7 p.m. my time in the UK. If you're in the U.S., 2 p.m. Eastern, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And we're ready to kill it. Let's have some fun, guys. Be well, be you, be great. Peace out. Much love. See you at the top.
This broadcast is brought to you by 𝘾𝙧𝙬 Studios. We are an all-in-one educational platform for podcasters that revolutionizes how hosts leverage content to increase engagement with listeners, downloads, and income. We come together to focus on community, collaboration, and collective impact. For more information on how you can interact directly with our hosts, access exclusive live content with offers you can't get anywhere else from our official partners, join our purpose-driven community by visiting www.winject.com. If you're ready to build a career doing what you love, then we're ready to see you there.